Hello and welcome in, my beautiful friends. Please keep in mind this is a timeless reading for the collective. Take what resonates and leave the rest for whoever may need it. I pulled some wonderful cards, and I'm gonna go through them with you. I feel that the collective has been moving away from all that stagnation and those worries and the bad moments happening one after another, and we're finally shifting into a better energy. And if you're not there quite yet, you will be very shortly, because let me tell you, the last couple readings that I did, they've been very, very positive. So my first couple cards here are intuition and breakthrough. And you know what, like, you have been trusting your inner voice, and it is starting to trigger this massive mental or spiritual shift, your breakthrough, so to say, right? So yay you for trusting your inner voice, your guidance. It's very hard sometimes to learn how to do that and to trust yourself, and it's starting to show. So the next couple are celebration and attraction. Now, how freaking wonderful is that? We got something to celebrate about, you guys. This breakthrough that you're going through, it's bringing joy, and it will naturally raise your vibration. And raising your vibration, you know what that means? It attracts new opportunities for you, and in turn you start manifesting the things that you want, and living the life that you have been envisioning, right? So that's freaking awesome. The next couple are alignment and commitment. So you're locking into your true purpose, and you're dedicating yourself fully to this new path. You're aligned, and you, I don't want to say have blinders on, but you're starting to learn how to be committed. You're seeing the difference, and you're sticking put. It's really, that didn't make sense. Sticking put. What the hell was that? Sorry, guys. Yeah. But anyways, and the last card out of that deck is timing. And my friends, if you know anything about me, you know that divine timing is what I preach. And you know what? Everything, and I mean everything, is unfolding exactly when it's meant to. You have to trust the cosmic clock. It's all in divine timing, and you might not understand why at the moment, but you will. It will click one day, and it's amazing when it does. You get that little, oh, that's why. And I freaking love that. I freaking love that for you. So that's, seriously, hats off, guys. You've done the work. You have done the work, and you're going to be, if you're not seeing it already, you're going to be very shortly seeing the fruits of your labors, I guess, and the abundance and the joy and the whatever you have been waiting for, right? So now I went to a clarifier deck, and I pulled 4 cards out of that. So I'm going to break it down in 2 and 2 again. Now this is like the supporting energies, I guess, of the reading. So the first 2 are family and feminine. It's pretty much saying that, what I'm gathering anyways, that you're healing your ancestral patterns, okay? And maybe a mother wound, or grandmother, so something on the feminine side of your lineage, right? So only you know what that could be. So, but you're healing it, and going back to the other deck, you're leaning into your intuition and embracing this receptive, nurturing energy. And all of that, my friends, is like driving this huge change that you're going to be seeing. So, anyways, speaking of change, the next two cards are change and pause. So, honestly, to successfully navigate this massive life shift that you're looking at, right? You must intentionally pause and rest and integrate all the lessons that have surfaced, right? Look at the way you've dealt with things and don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. Be kind to yourself, but look back and look at all those lessons. And you know what? Give yourself a pat on the back for overcoming the lessons that you have overcome, because that was not easy. That was not easy, but it is driving this massive shift, right? So you got to pause and reflect a little bit on it, right? So to say, the big picture of this is that you have done the inner work, and like by trusting your intuition, you broke through old cycles and aligned with your highest self. And now the universe requires a temporary pause to let these changes settle before the final pieces click into place. Um, like so far, these cards that I have told you about, like this reading, it shows this powerful journey that you have been on of this personal growth and the alignment and manifestations that are coming to life. So now, my friends, the next few cards that I pulled, they pretty much speak for themselves, really. The first one was Pleasant Surprise. Life still has a few delightful twists up its sleeves. So you're receiving that surprise. Amazing, amazing. The next one is Evidence Arrives. The signs, the answers, or confirmation you've been seeking are becoming clearer. You're getting your clarity. You're just moving on up. This reading is like amazing to me. The next one is A Fresh Perspective. A small shift in viewpoint may reveal an entirely new path forward. So in essence, be open to change, and you might be getting a pleasant surprise out of it. The next one is Lightness Returns. The heaviness you've been carrying will not last forever. Like the first few, this is confirmation, really, of what I've been saying all along. And the last but not least out of this deck is the missing piece. What you've been searching for may arrive when you least expect it. So, in essence, my friends, honestly, this layer of this deck, anyways, it really outlines a physical unfolding of events that will validate all that hard work that you've been putting into yourself. Like this is really, the cards speak from them for themselves. Like you're moving from a state of questioning and you're going straight into like this external confirmation. Fresh perspective changes how you view your current standstill, and as this missing piece clicks into place, a wave of relief will wash over you and your lightness will return. you know um you know this culminates in a pleasant surprise as tangible evidence arrives in your physical reality. It's proving that your alignment is working and that everything that you have done was not for nothing. You went through all of this with divine timing, and you kicked ass. You kicked ass, my friends. Like that's amazing. So I kind of felt the need. I know I'm throwing a lot of cards at you guys, but I just, you know what? It was rolling. So, and I felt the need to pull a few out of the red thread oracle. So the first one that I got was the thread of fate. Every life is woven with purpose unseen. You may not see where your thread leads, but it never wanders without meaning. So this card, in essence, it's really just a reassurance that you haven't been like wandering aimlessly, right? And that your current pause that you might be feeling is, so to say, a deliberate stitch in a larger, beautiful tapestry of life. Now, the second card out of the red thread was the Watcher. Someone feels the pull of your thread, even in silence. Energy travels farther than words ever could. So, really, even in your moments of silence or your hermiting stage, your physical isolation, someone has been feeling your energetic pull. I'm telling you guys, your divine counterpart is out there and they're feeling you. And this telepathic or spiritual threads are actively operating over vast distances, or maybe that person is actually closer than you think. But they're feeling you, and they're getting aligned to either meeting you or reconnecting with you or whatever it is, whatever your case scenario is. And I'm telling you, your counterpart is coming in. It's just a matter of time. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Now the third one out of the red thread was the thread of shadows. The shadows you fear are just parts of you waiting to be seen. The thread darkens not to punish, but to reveal your light. Now, I'm not sure if this is past or present energy. It could be different for everybody, right? So, just thinking that those challenges or the fears that you're facing or that you have faced, you have to keep in mind that they're not roadblocks, right? They're all there in divine timing, and they're just simply like these unintegrated parts of yourself that are demanding to be loved. And in essence, they will be revealing your true strength, right? You just have to trust that all those bad things, they're meant to happen. And so to say, some of them, or maybe all of them, they serve as initiations, I guess, and lessons. So they always say, you have to go through the bad to know the good, right? So it's meant to happen that way. Now I pulled one Just Be card, and I just love this deck. I really do. It's one of my favorites. So it's Just Be Hopeful. Believe in brighter days ahead, even in uncertainty. Let faith and optimism light your path. Every sunrise brings a new beginning. Honestly, sometimes I feel like these cards, like, they serve as this like instruction manual to navigate your transitions, right? But this card really, it serves as a foundation or your baseline. It asks you to hold this optimistic faith during this quiet phase, or this phase where you feel like you're hopeless, right? Like that nothing's going to happen. But you got to realize you are, so to say, sometimes standing in front of a brick wall, and that wall will come down, or it needs to come down, or is crumbling down. One of the three scenarios, and it is happening. It's You've done the work, my friends, and you just have to stay hopeful and optimistic that things are happening. So now I pulled a few letter cards just to see if we can get some maybe confirmations for some people with their with their initials, and they serve as little instruction guides. So the first letter is L, laugh. Then we got a V, venture. N, notice. F, friendship. And another L, light. There's 2 L's, you guys. That could even be for middle of the name, like Bella or, Ella. I don't know, or it could be yours and somebody else's first initial. So, but anyways, so like as far as the little instructions there, you're pretty much instructed to actively notice like the small shifts that are happening around you and to lean in to friendship and support from your community. You got to bring your frequency into this light and bring laughter back into your day-to-day life. I mean, it will help you to, get your courage and help you venture out into this new territory when those doors open, when that brick wall comes crumbling down. And you can't be afraid, right? Laugh, my friends, laugh. Life is beautiful. It's beautiful. So the last 2 cards, and I promise they are the last 2 for this reading, are from the little synchronicity deck that I have, and I freaking love it. You guys look out for trains. A sign of progress, direction, and moving steadily towards your goals. And the second one is the bell, a sign of spiritual guidance, lightness, and messages from the divine. And you know what saying comes to mind is when you hear a bell ring, an angel gets his wings. And I freaking love that. So listen for those little bells and know that you're not alone, right? So, but as far as the train goes, it's a literal or it's symbolic indicator that you are on the right track, right? Your your momentum is like building steadily, and you can't be derailed, so to say, right? Sorry about the puns. But and then the bell, it's your spiritual wake up call, really. And when you hear this bell, take it as this immediate cosmic nod that you have achieved clarity or that a moment of celebration is about to happen, right? It's fantastic. So to close this up really and to summarize in a bit, because that was a lot of freaking cards thrown at you, and there was a lot of cards thrown at me. So I took notes as I was like sitting there trying to decipher. So everything is falling into place for you perfectly, right? And because you've done all this work on yourself and you changed your mindset and you're getting your life back on track, or you have already, you have set a major chain of reaction of good events into motion. So it's on its way, and even though like things might feel a bit slow or paused right now, use this time to just relax and smile and stay positive, laugh, you know this real tangible proof that your life is improving is already on its way to you. You're completely safe. Someone out there is deeply thinking about you. You have this, honest to God, you guys, like it's in the cards, man. It's in the cards. It's been showing up. So, but someone is deeply thinking about you, and you're heading exactly where you need to be in its own time. So you guys celebrate, laugh, enjoy life. Be grateful, be hopeful, and see the beauty that's about to unfold. I'm so excited for you guys. I am so freaking excited. You don't even know how much. So, but if you're still with me, if you're still with me, I want to extend my utmost gratitude for you. I thank you so much for listening. I thank you for being here. You do not know how much I appreciate you. Um, if you can help me out, smash that like button, share with somebody that might need to hear this, and subscribe, please, for more. I want you to have the best of the best this life has to offer. And I hope you have bright, sunshiny days ahead. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much.